Another example on graphing a quadratic function. All right? So we have y equals, or the function of x is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 4. Okay? The first thing I want to do here is, how about we make that xy table? All right, where I have my x value and then my function value here. I'm going to call that y. Okay? I need to use the formula that we were using yesterday, which is the negative b over 2a. We're trying to find the vertex. This is the formula to find vertex. What is the b value here? What is the b value? Negative 6. So I'm going to substitute that now. So I have a negative 6 over 2 times a. What's the a value? What is the a value? 1. So I'm going to have 2 times 1 in the denominator. Let's evaluate that. A negative is positive. 6 over 2 is 3.
How'd you have 2 in the denominator?
2 times a. A is 1. Coefficient of the square term. Okay? All right, so now that I have 3, 3 is going to be my x value of my vertex. Now notice on my table, I'm going to put 3 somewhere down here in the middle, because I'm going to build my x values this way, down the number line and up the number line, and this point will be in the middle. So that's just like a housekeeping issue. You know, if I put that at the top of my table, then I'm not going to have any room to work backwards. All right? So this is just one of those tricks to help you when you're building your table. Put your 3 in the middle, because that's going to be your vertex of your parabola. All right? Let's evaluate 3. Plug 3 into my function. All right? What's 3 squared? Everybody.
9.
9. 9 minus 6 times 3. What's 6 times 3?
18.
9 minus 18.
Negative 9.
And then negative 9 plus 4.
Negative 5.
Negative 5. This is the point of my vertex. This is where my vertex lies. All right, so let's find that. 3, negative 5 is down here. Now from our notes, I should know something about my parabola. What do I know about it? It's symmetrical, that's one thing. What else do I know? If you look back at your notes. The A term is going to tell me what?
The parabola is going to go down
You think this one's going to go down. Why?
because the a term is negative.
Let's look. Is the A term negative?
No.
No. What is the A term, Scott? You told us.
Positive 1.
Positive 1. So my parabola is going
Go upward.
to open upward. So if I were going to, and you don't have to do this, but if I know that my parabola is going to look something like this. Something like that. It's going to open upward immediately because the A term is positive. Okay? Now what we need to do is find the points that will match up. All right? So I'm going to get rid of this. And now we need to work on that. If I know that this is my vertex, I'm going to have this, what we call axis of symmetry. Where everything on this side of that axis and this side of that axis are going to be a mirror image. All right? So if I'm building away from 3, the next coordinate that I need to plug into my table, or the next value of x, is going to be 4. Does everybody understand that? And if everything is symmetric, then 4 and what other x value should be the same? John? 2. So these two guys should end up being the same. And that's what we're going to do right now. So everybody over here, you're going to plug in 4 into the function. And everybody over here, you're going to plug in 2 into the function. All right, so let's insert those numbers into my table. 2 and 4. Again, everybody over here is doing 4, and everybody over here is doing 2. Plug them in. All right, so I'm going to use 2 up here. All right, 2 squared, everybody? 4 minus 6 times 2, what's 6 times 2?
12.
4 minus 12.
-8.
And then negative 8 plus 4. Negative 4. So 2, negative 4. Now all of you that used 4, did you get negative 4 as your y value?
Yes.
You should have. If you did not, then chances are you have a sign mistake. All right? Chances are you have a sign mistake. All right? That's another good way to check here, is that your x values should line up and then have the same y coordinate. So it should look like that. So now I can graph both of those points. 2, negative 4, and 4, negative 4. 2, negative 4 lies right there, and 4, negative 4 lies right there. And I need to do this exercise one more time. I would highly suggest that you graph at least 5 points. The vertex, graph the vertex, and graph 2 other pairs. 2 pairs. We have 1 pair. We need another pair. So I'm going to use the next value of x away from the axis of symmetry. I'm going to use 5 and 1. Do I have to use 5 and 1? No. I do not. All right? You could use 0. You could use 0. All right? But sometimes they may be so big and far away that we can't find the graph. You know what I'm saying? All right? So it really, it doesn't matter what you plug in. All right? I'm just suggesting that you graph at least 5 points so you can see the sketch of that parabola. All right? Let's do that. Let's plug in 1 and 5. Obviously, 1 is going to be easier to work with. So let's work with 1. 1 squared, everybody.
1.
1 minus 6 times 1. 6 times 1. 1 minus 6. Negative 5 plus 4. Remember, it's symmetrical, so I don't even have to really do 5. I could check it. 5 squared is 25. 25 minus 30 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 4 again is negative 1. Okay? So 1, negative 1. 1, negative 1 is right here. And 5, negative 1 right here. Now I can sketch my parabola. All right, again, like I said earlier, we can put 0 in just for good measure. Plug in 0. 0 squared minus 0 plus 4. 0, 4 will be the y-intercept. 0, 4 will be the y-intercept of this parabola. That means my parabola is going to go through that point. Can someone tell me what would be the point symmetrical? What is the point symmetric to the y-intercept? What are the coordinates of the point symmetric to the y-intercept? A lot of vocab there. Read. 6, 4. 6, 4. I agree. Very good. Does everybody understand where those numbers came from?
Yes.
Are there any questions? All right? Just to recall, first find the vertex. My steps. Find the vertex by using the formula. Second thing, make the table and build away from the vertex or the axis of symmetry with your x values. All right? Third thing I would suggest is to make sure we can graph around 5 points. We can get 5 points or 2 pairs plus the vertex. That should be a good sketch. Okay? And then the last and final step would be to sketch the parabola. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, all right? But if you were using your online calculator, right, from the website, or a graphing calculator, you would be able to see it perfectly, the design of the parabola. All right? Any questions? All right.